Teacher turns. Hunter, the Devil's Den. Double murder. Imagine a place known for its beauty, a place where people go to escape the chaos of daily life, only to find themselves caught in a nightmare they never saw coming. Devil's Den. State Park in Arkansas, known for its serene hiking trails, breathtaking views, and natural caves, became the setting for one of the most shocking and random acts of violence in the area. A chilling double murder that left 2 lives lost and a community stunned. But what led a 28-year-old teacher, who seemed to have a normal life, to commit such a heinous crime? In this video, we'll dive deep into the horrific events that took place at Devil's Den, unraveling the mystery behind the random attack on Clinton and Cristen Brink, a married couple hiking with their 2 daughters. We'll break down the details, the investigation, and the unanswered questions that still linger. So stay tuned. You're about to hear the chilling story of the Devil's Den double murder. The crime that shocked a community. On a seemingly normal Saturday, Clinton and Cristen Brink, a married couple in their early 40s, set off on a hiking trip with their 2 young daughters at Devil's Den State Park. They were in search of nothing more than a peaceful day in nature, but what they encountered instead was pure horror. Half a mile into their hike, Clinton was brutally stabbed. His wife, Cristen, rushed back to help him, only to meet the same gruesome fate. The attacker, later identified as Andrew James McGann, an unassuming 28-year-old teacher, stabbed both victims in a cold, calculated assault. This random and chilling attack left the 2 daughters unharmed but forever scarred, witnessing the brutal murders of their parents in what should have been a safe, picturesque park. What's even more unnerving is that this wasn't a targeted attack. Authorities later confirmed that McGann had no prior connection to the Brinks, and the motive for such a brutal crime remains a mystery. As the investigation unraveled, more and more eerie details began to surface, but no one could answer the crucial question: why? The investigation. Once authorities received the call about the double murder, they were thrust into a fast-paced investigation that would become a race against time. With little to go on, the investigators began with the most basic of clues: a description of a black Kia Stinger seen leaving the scene. But this wasn't just any car. It had a license plate that was deliberately covered, suggesting premeditation. Within days, a breakthrough came when they tracked down McGann, who had been using a local barbershop. When officers arrived, they found blood on his hands and, most chillingly, blood in his car, confirming that McGann had been at the crime scene. A DNA match sealed the case. He was arrested and later confessed to the killings in an interview, stating that the murders were committed with deliberated purpose. Authorities quickly discovered that McGann had moved from Oklahoma to Arkansas to take up a teaching position, making his decision to commit such a crime all the more inexplicable. But the question that kept lingering was, why? What drove a man who seemed to be on a path toward a normal, even promising future to commit such a heinous act? McGann's background. Andrew James. McGann's life appeared to be ordinary, even mundane. He was a teacher, a position of responsibility that typically involves a level of trust and respect. He had worked in schools in Oklahoma and Texas, teaching elementary grade students. Nothing in his past gave any indication that he was capable of such violent behavior. In fact, the community in Springdale, Arkansas, where he was about to start teaching, had no idea that their new colleague harbored such a dark side. What makes this case even more disturbing is that McGann had no criminal history. He wasn't on anyone's radar as a danger to society. And yet, on that fateful day, he became a killer, someone who transformed from a teacher to a ruthless predator. The lack of any clear motive leaves investigators, and the public, baffled. Was it a random act of violence? Or was there something deeper, something more sinister behind McGann's decision to strike? The chilling nature of the crime makes it impossible to ignore the darker possibilities lurking beneath the surface. A shocking confession. The most unsettling part of this entire case came after McGann's arrest, when he confessed to the murders in an interview with authorities. According to the prosecutor's report, McGann made statements that suggested his actions were premeditated. This wasn't a crime of passion or a momentary lapse in judgment. McGann appeared to have carefully planned the attack, waiting with deliberated purpose to kill 2 strangers in a random location. What goes through the mind of a person like this? What causes someone, seemingly normal and law-abiding, to decide that taking a life is the right choice? McGann's chilling confession raised more questions than answers. And yet, with no clear motive, authorities were left to piece together the psychological puzzle of his mind. Was it something in his past that triggered this horrific act? Or was it simply the result of a deeply disturbed individual who snapped without warning? The aftermath. The ripple effect of this crime was felt far beyond Devil's Den State Park. The small, tight-knit community of Northwest Arkansas was rocked to its core. Families who once felt safe hiking the trails now found themselves looking over their shoulders. The park, a local treasure, was closed temporarily as investigators worked to piece together the events. The brutal murders raised fears that no place is truly safe, and that the unthinkable can happen anywhere, even in the most serene of settings. But even in the face of such tragedy, the community came together. The Brinks' two daughters, who were miraculously unharmed, found comfort in the arms of relatives. The outpouring of support for the family, as well as the law enforcement agencies involved, showed that even in the darkest of times, there is a glimmer of light. The incident, though horrific, served as a reminder of the strength of the human spirit and the importance of community. A reminder of our fragility. While the events at Devil's Den were unique in their shocking nature, they also serve as a sobering reminder of how vulnerable we all are, even in the most peaceful of places. Hiking in the wilderness or visiting national parks is something millions of people do every year. But as the Brinks tragically discovered, these places are not without risks. Whether it's a random attack, getting lost, or encountering wildlife, nature can sometimes throw unexpected challenges our way. But here's the thing. Don't let fear stop you from enjoying the beauty that nature has to offer. Devil's Den and other state parks are still safe, and most visitors never face anything remotely like the Brinks did. Stay informed, stay aware of your surroundings, and always take necessary precautions. Whether it's bringing a fully charged phone, hiking with a group, or staying on well-marked trails, you can greatly reduce the risk of danger. And this case is a chilling reminder that we can never fully understand the mind of a killer, especially when there's no clear motive. McGann's transformation from teacher to murderer has left us all searching for answers. What made him snap? Was he just unlucky to cross paths with the Brinks? Or is there a deeper, darker reason for his violence? If you found this video thought-provoking, please like, share, and subscribe for more true crime stories that dive into the heart of human nature, mystery, and justice. Have you ever wondered what could drive someone to commit such an unspeakable crime? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear what you think about this case and the chilling events that unfolded at Devil's Den State Park. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.